Good evening, everyone. In the spotlight today with Abiha Syed. Many of you have not met Abiha. Abiha is from Cambridge. She's our volunteer, a wonderful woman who founded an organization herself. And we are going to ask her so many things, including this. Abiha, welcome to In the Spotlight today. How are you doing?
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Thank you, Uzma, for inviting me for this very exciting interview. I'm doing well, thank you. How are you doing?
We are doing good. I love your background. I love the lanterns, the beautiful lamp behind, and the color combination.
Thank you. The painting is painted by my daughter, my oldest daughter.
Is she Madiha?
Sabiha.
Sabiha, yes, I remember. She did participate in the art celebration and the exhibition too at the museum.
Yes, that's her.
Wonderful. You must be proud of your daughters and children. They are talented.
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. It's all blessings from Allah.
Wow.
Everything, Alhamdulillah. Yeah, we're all proud of our children, Alhamdulillah, yeah.
So Abiha, if I would ask you who Abiha is?
I'm a girl at heart. I'm a very positive, fun-loving, adventurous girl at heart. I don't feel my age at all. In my head, I'm still a teenager. When I look at my kids, I'm like, why did you guys grow so fast? But it's a lot of things put together. But the one thing that I would say who I am or who Abiha is that I like adventure. I love challenge, whether it's from a life or work, professional, or just getting up and going on a hike on a random place. So I think that's me.
And you just went on a hike in the early morning at 7 o'clock today.
Yes, I did. I went with my friend, Rubina. You know Rubina Bilal. I went with her, just the two of us. We drove for about 20 minutes out of Cambridge. And this was not just any regular hike. It was a river that goes up to a stream to the fall. So we walked on the sides of the river. So there was huge boulders and not many people go there. So it's not a hike to say that's maintained by the city or the conservation area. So it was one of those places which was adventurous.
Abiha, this is summer. I think we all should do something adventurous just like you. So Abiha, do you have a nickname?
Not really. A few people call me Abu. I think I love my name Abiha very much. I wouldn't go for any nickname. I absolutely love my name. It's very unique. My father named me, and I didn't come across anybody with this name until recently. As recently as 2 years ago, I met somebody with my name, and that girl was only 16 or 15 years old. So even till today, I haven't met anybody of my age with the name Abiha. Yeah, it's a rare name, so I wouldn't change it.
I would agree, it's a rare name. And what's the meaning of your name, Abiha?
Uzma, actually, you can Wikipedia my name. It's a
okay, Wikipedia. That's a nice answer. I like it. People, you have some work out there. Search the meaning of Abiha and write it down under this session on Facebook.
Yeah.
Abiha, are you a morning person or a late person?
I think in between. I have changed over years. There have been times when I could stay up. Now I cannot stay up past midnight. My battery is charged in the morning. Definitely in the morning. By evening, I kind of get tired, or I'm like ready for bed. But I can stay up if something needs to be done. I can be a morning person or a night person. Like I get that adrenaline rush to get something done. So,
and how's your morning ritual like? What do you do when you wake up?
I'm a coffee person. I wake up, to pray. After pray, I go back to sleep. I can't stay up. So I just wake up for that 10 minutes. And then when I wake up the second time, I have to get my first cup of coffee. And I like to drink my coffee outside by myself if the weather is good. But mostly I grab my coffee like before COVID times when I was running for work, grab my coffee and run to work. But on a weekend, I would like to sit down by myself and enjoy that cup of coffee.
Self-timing and self-care is so important that we need to give time to ourselves while we have a family. Abiha, how do you see life? What is life for you?
Life for me, Uzma, is with my loved ones. I don't remember staying more than 24 hours in my entire life by myself, ever, ever. I think there was one time where my family went to States and I couldn't go because my passport was in renewal or something like that. And I stayed that 24 hours and I hated it. So my energy, uh, yeah, it comes from family and people around me. I love the family chaos. People who know me will tell you that no matter who wants to come to my house, day or night or whatever, I never say no to them. My doors, our doors, I say ours because it's my husband is exactly same like me. We both are the ones who will, our doors is always open, and regardless of how we are the ones who walk people all the way to the car till their door is closed and they leave, whether it's winter or summer or rain. So
And the big wave is like this always.
all the way till they turn from our street, and then we both walk back home.
And that is a beautiful culture too. Abia, do you celebrate your birthday?
I like my birthday. I like March. I was born in March. I don't like to celebrate too much, but if I get a gift or if somebody wishes me, I like it. I look forward to my birthday. I still make a point to wear something new or do something special for myself. Like if somebody remembers to give me a gift, that's fine. That's very good. But if not, I will plan something for myself on that day.
The zodiac sign is Pisces.
Yes, that's why I was at the river today morning.
Yeah,
because I love water.
The fish which is going in the opposite direction. It's me too, Abiha. So good to see a Piscean.
The fish that goes the opposite direction. That's who I am.
Very unique.
Opposite direction of the rest of the people.
Yeah. Abiha, if you see world in a decade from now, in 10 years, how do you see the world for women in this 10 years?
For women, you mean?
Yes.
Uzma, world is not going to change. It's going to be exactly what it was today. It's going to be the same next 10 years. It was the same 10 years ago. I think women need to change their own world. My world has changed from the last 2 decades quite significantly. I changed my world. Had I chosen to live in that world, that's what it would have been same even today. So not that that was bad, it's just that women need to learn to grow and evolve and move forward and change their world in the positive way. So the world will be same. It's us who have to make that change.
That's so, yes, I would agree with you. We need to change our own self. And Abiha, do you watch movies?
Yes, I do.
You do. And what kind of movie or genres they are?
Usually light-hearted movies that have some kind of, usually I like to laugh. I don't like to watch any movie that will weigh on me. I watch movies, I am a movie buff, but I don't retain it. I watch it, I turn it off, and it's finished. You ask me next week what happened in the movie, I might not remember unless that movie had something very important, positive message to give. Yeah, it's usually lighthearted. I don't like violence. I don't like political issues. No, just watch it, laugh, relax.
And if they are emotional movies and they are sensitive movies, do you end crying?
Oh yeah, I will. I will. I don't mind at all. I will cry.
That's a quality of a Piscean. Have you ever taken some bold and risky steps in life?
Um, when I took it, I don't think so. I felt that way. But past now, yes, I feel those were very bold and risky steps. But at that time, I did what I need to do.
And do you regret that?
Not at all.
Good for
Not
you,
at all.
girl. Good for you. Abiha, if the word leader, and I know you are a leader yourself because you founded this Muslim Women of Cambridge group. We are going to talk on that. But when the word leader comes to your mind, what do you think a leader is?
Um, I think leader is not somebody who is in front of the pack. I think leader is in behind the pack. That's what I see. And encourages everybody in their team to be leaders. So kind of being at the back and making sure everybody is safe, everybody is going the direction that we want to go, but everybody is taking a leadership turn, or yeah, taking that role turn by turn. So I don't like to be ahead of the pack. I like to be back of the pack and guide my team.
And I know you have a wonderful team. So, Abiha, maybe you would like to talk a little bit about what Muslim Women of Cambridge group is and why did you get this idea of creating this group?
First of all, this was not my idea alone. It was a co-thought by Rubina Bilal and myself. We both have been friends for many years now, almost more than 10 years, about 10 years. And um, in Cambridge, I've been living in Cambridge for more than 20 years. It's about 25 years now. And at that time, there were not many Muslim advocates in Cambridge. So I was at the right time, at the right place. So the schools, I got involved with my children's school, and they would call me to ask about anything related to Islam, whether it was Ramadan, hijab, or anything. And I would go answer their questions. So from there, word of mouth got me connected, and I started going to like community centers and YMCA. I met Rubina in one of similar events, and she was doing a similar thing on her own end. So we both were in Cambridge, and we both were doing similar work of having that communication between the larger community, trying to bridge that gap between the Muslim women or Muslim group and the larger community. So we both came together, and then we heard about Coalition of Muslim Women. And I'm trying to think, when was the first time I met Fawzia Mazhar? It's been way back. And Rubina had heard about Coalition of Muslim Women, and we both attended one of your sessions that you were running. And we were quite impressed with the work that the Coalition of Muslim Women does. But what surprised me was that it was so limited to Kitchener and Waterloo, even though Cambridge is not that far. So just talking this, and yeah, Rubina suggested that why don't we, like, we were all one-man shows, but doing our own work excellent or beautifully. So we said there must be more women like us who are doing a lot of community work, but they're all by themselves. So it's more impactful when we come as a community, as a group. And again, we talked to Fawzia Mazhar's sister Fawzia Mazhar from Coalition of Muslim Women, and she was so encouraging, and she guided us. And then we said, and it didn't take us long, Uzma, to bring this group together. We just were sent a few messages in the social media, word of mouth, and we had immediately about 20 women who wanted to join and work for the same cause. So that's how Muslim Women of Cambridge came together. And it's been 3 years now. 2017 we started, and 2 years that we have a name and we officially are a group. But for the first year we were together, we were doing things, but we didn't have a name or anything. Yeah, it's been 2 years, 3 years now.
And Abiha, I've seen the journey, and it's a beautiful journey. It's not free of stresses and challenges, but I'm very happy that you created this group, and I'm sure people would know about that. You have a Facebook group too. So our best wishes for the group and all the team who is doing great work.
I didn't create Uzma, it was a group effort.
The group, yes, the group together, Rubina, and yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful that women are doing this. Abiha, on talking on that, do you ever think that there are more women doing this kind of work than the other genders?
No, I think we are. I think we are same. I mean, I'm telling from my experience from Cambridge and now a little bit with Kitchener and Waterloo. Or even if I think of my family members who are in Toronto, I think they're all doing, but they're doing in a different form. I think the communication or this level of work comes easy for women, and men tend to do a larger scale. It just comes natural to them, I think. Yeah, I think it's both.
Yes, I would agree that in our capacity, we are assigned different works, we have different brain, emotions are different, ways of doing things are different. But I believe we all are doing great for the community.
Thank you.
So, is there anything that pushes you out of your comfort zone?
I don't know what pushes me out of my comfort zone.
It could be it could be at the family or somewhere out in the community. Anything that you think of that, okay, I need to go out of my zone to maybe please someone, or that irritates you.
No, Uzma, I think if something needs to be done and it's important, I will do it. It will be a challenge. It will be out of my comfort zone. Like this interview is out of my comfort zone. But because it's out of my comfort zone, I'm not going to say no. I will go ahead and I will do it. I think I have a knack to kind of work it up in my head. So I need to have that pre-plan of how I'm going to do it. And then, yeah.
If you take yourself back to 15 to 17 or 20 years back, if you rewind your life and you are writing a letter to yourself, what is that one advice that you will give to your younger self?
When I'm writing today to my younger self back, or writing then to today?
No, if you are writing today in the past, for the past, what would you give an advice to yourself?
I would say that I'm doing great, that I have done whatever at that time I was doing worked well, to continue doing with the same dignity, with the same patience, and with the same wisdom, not change anything, and be confident that whatever steps I will take at that time will lead to good and better life. Yeah.
Abiha, are you a romantic person?
I think I am.
Yes, you need to say loudly, I am.
I am.
Great. Abiha, do you like watching people? Watching people in the sense you are somewhere and you watch people. So which place is the most watched one?
Weddings. Weddings. I'm entertained over there. Uzma, there was a time where my younger self used to talk a lot. I would make a lot of friends. I would make friends when we would travel. And bless my mom soul, may Allah bless her, the highest place in Jannah, she used to always tell me, you make friends to everybody and you give her address and phone number. That's how I was. But now I think I've become quieter. I cannot do small talk anymore. So when I go for parties, I like to sit on a side and just watch people, just listen to their conversations. I want to know what motivates them, or what are they thinking, how do they see life. So I just sit in a side, and I like to listen. But there are three of my friends with whom, when I'm with them, we all three talk at the same time. So with them I cannot just listen. But yeah, I think watching people, you learn a lot.
That's right. Yes, that's right. And I do the same. But Abhiya, I would want to ask you that, did you change and you regret that change, or you grew up with age and experience?
Growing up is a complete package. So I grew up with time. My foundation was good. Alhamdulillah, I come from a very good, privileged family, very educated family. I was raised a lot of love from my parents and my immediate mom's and dad's side family. I was very close to my grandmother. May Allah bless her soul. So I had that strong foundation. And then when I moved to Canada, I got married and I came to Canada. Things were very different. It was nothing what I had expected or imagined. It came as a shock, but then I think I made mistakes. Definitely, I made mistakes. I learned from those mistakes. And my husband in Canada became my huge supporter. So what I am today, Uzma, is because my husband supports me and trusts me without a shadow of a doubt. Like, honestly, I can tell that from every being of me. So growing with him is where I think my experience and my wisdom and whatever I've been has come with him, like growing together, you know.
And I think it's a big salute to our husbands and men who support us in our lives, and they are our allies. Thank you, guys. You are there to support us. We have no words to say. A big thank you. Abiha, what is age for you?
Nothing. Just, yeah, they say it's a number. Like, that's what you hear nowadays is celebrities saying what is age is just a number. I'm aware of my age. I'm careful of my age. Like, age does has significance in life, but I wouldn't let age dictate me. Yeah, I wouldn't.
If you have a nice, healthy, fun-loving heart, you are young.
Exactly. I take care of myself. Like, I don't want to fall, and when I go for my hikes, I don't want to fall and hurt because I know it's going to take longer to heal now. But that won't stop me. I might be more careful, but I'm not going to stay home and not go on adventurous roller coaster rides, or I love snorkeling. So yeah, I wouldn't stop myself, but I'll just be careful.
I know that you got married at very early age. Did you complete your education?
No, I didn't. I was very young. I was 18 when I got married. So I was in India doing the second year after grade 10, but I hadn't completed it. It's called pre-university classes, so I was in second year. So I got married and then I came to Canada. I always thought that it's okay, I'm going to Canada, there's education there, I will continue my education. But when I came to Canada, things were very different. Education system over here was different. Then I had children. My daughter was born like a year after I got married. So then, you know what? I started concentrating on my family. So I went back to literally to high school. I did couple in class classes um, with 3 children, and I completed my grade 12. And then many years passed. I got a job and I started doing my community service work. Then I got a chance where from my work, employees were chosen if we applied for this Ontario grant where I could go for a college program. And alhamdulillah, I was selected. Based on that, I went back to college and I completed the diploma. That was just for a certificate program, but then I finished the certificate and I did another year. And by then I had 4 children. So with 4 children, I went to college full time and I was working part time and I got my diploma. Now, alhamdulillah, I'm at a very good post in my job. I'm working with the region of Waterloo Immigration Partnership. Now I'm doing bachelor's. You know, earlier you asked me the question, what are my dream? I think my dream, Uzma, would be to do master's before I hit 50 years. That's my dream.
Your dreams, do they scare you?
Nope, dreams don't scare me.
Abiha, I hope that you see more dreams and you should live the life that you always wanted to. Abiha, do you see any difference between the Cambridge city and the Waterloo Kitchener?
Oh my God. I love Cambridge, hands down.
Because you live there.
I lived there all my life. I do go to Waterloo and Kitchener, but something about Cambridge is just an ideal city for me. It's very inclusive of diversity, at least in my experience. I love the nature of Cambridge, yet it has the city vibe as well. It has everything of convenience. It's just the right city for me. I haven't lived in Waterloo and Kitchener, so I don't know much about it.
And it's so rare to see you coming from Cambridge, but so we are lucky people to see you. Abiha, if you get a chance to write a movie on yourself, on your life, in 3 words, what would that be?
Oh my God, 3 words for my life?
Yes, a movie with 3 words.
Oh, dedication, positivity, and patience.
Wonderful. Abiha, what is that one thing in the world that will never change?
For me,
Yes.
my love for my family.
Yep.
My husband, my siblings, my children, my in-laws, my dad. I mean, yeah, no matter what happens, my love for them will not change. Inshallah, inshallah.
Inshallah. So, Abiha, tell me about your children. I have met most of them, I think, Madiha, Sabiha, but what do you expect from them? Do you see dreams for them? Any expectations?
Usma, like all parents, I do have expectations and dreams for them. But I think now I've come to realize that they have their own dreams and their own expectations. So I just wish them well. I tell them, I pray more that that my kids be on the right path and not get distracted by anything that's evil or wrong for them, that may Allah or God help them make those right choices and decisions. So I wish them well, I wish them success, I wish them to have a very fun, healthy life. So yeah, and education is important, so I wish that they all be successful in whatever field they choose.
Abhiya, if you wake up from a dream one day, who would you want to be? Is there any particular person that you would like to be?
No,
You would like to be Abiha Syed.
I do. I do. I've worked very hard to be here. I wouldn't want to change.
And I'm sure you're a very bold and confident person, and you have your goals in life. And that's why you're saying, I want to be Abiha. And that's such a proud moment. Stay Abiha, never change.
You know, Usma, oh, I forget where I heard this, but it was somebody, I think it was a speaker who was talking that people usually aspire to be somebody else, or want, or if, like you said, if you want to wake up one day to be somebody else. So yeah, that's good. It's good to be to aspire and to have a good role model and work towards that. But they all, this thing stuck to me that they are, if we look back, there might be many people who would like to be where I am. So that's something we should be thankful and grateful that alhamdulillah, like Allah has blessed us to be here, to be me. So I wouldn't want to trade that.
I have heard that the brands cannot define you. Carrying a branded purse or wearing a branded shoe is not going to define who you are, but your own personality, which is the real personality, defines you. Abiha, do you miss India?
Yes, I do. I miss my childhood days in India. If yeah, before I got married, those golden times. I think we all think our childhood days are golden days. So I miss those days.
And if I ask that little Abiha in India, when you were very little, what were your dreams?
You know what? I always wanted to work for some way to support women. I didn't know how, because when I think I was 7, the earliest memory that I have, it's interesting that you ask me now. I think when I was 7, Indira Gandhi was the prime minister, and I was in awe of her. I was like, she's a woman, and look at her. And every time I saw her on TV, she was surrounded by men. And she was the only woman in a sari. And I think she was my first women leader that I was so inspired or wowed by. And I was only 7 then. So I think even from then, I was very pulled or towards women cause or girl cause. I would always take my girl cousins and be their pack leader and get them to do something meaningful when we would meet, when we would get together for Eid or for summer holidays. I would always get them together and plan something fun. So
Abiha, I would definitely agree with you. Indira Gandhi was a beautiful, strong woman, and she has inspired many other women across the world, not only in India. But do you have any leader at the moment that you would say, okay, I love this, I admire this leader in the world?
a lot of people might not agree. She might not always be politically correct, but the one woman who stands out to me as a woman of dignity and grace, who has done justice to her role, a public figure, and as a mother, is Michelle Obama. I hear her speeches, I hear her interviews, I learn from her speeches. 8 years in White House, not one scandal. That says a lot about that woman. Putting aside her political views, but to be in that spotlight and to carry the role of a mother, that's important. And that's what every morning I pray, that I don't, in a role of a community service, I don't want to be a less of a mother. For me, being mother, being that my children and my family comes first. So yeah, she's one woman I really admire.
I wouldn't disagree, Abiha, on Michelle Obama. So who is that person besides your husband who made Abiha who Abiha is today?
My father, Dr. Syed Abdul Rab. He's in India. Just taking his name makes me emotional, Uzma. May Allah bless him with health. And I am, I'm very fortunate that I'm surrounded with very strong and positive women supporting men in my life. So I have been very lucky, and my father, like I said, my foundation was strong. And even today, he's my role model, and he cheers me.
Hats off to him. I think
Yeah.
fathers are wonderful. They love their daughters so much, more than their wives, I must say.
No, I think my dad loved my mom more.
Lucky.
He loves us siblings too, but I think my mom would always beat us by a mile. Yes.
Abiha, if you ever have superpowers, what is that one power that you would want to have?
Oh my God, superpower? Fly.
Fly. And why is that?
Oh, Uzma, I can't fly. I wish I could fly.
You want to travel the world, you want to see the world and see people, what are they doing?
Just travel and see the world. I've been fortunate to travel, and I've learned a lot from culture. Yeah, just travel and see, learn from different cultures and their beliefs and values. So I would love to fly.
Abiha, if you are a tree, what tree would that be?
Tree? I never thought of it. What tree would I be? You know what? I think I would be a coconut tree. Do you know why? Your look says, why coconut?
I want to know, because for me, I feel like I should be the neem tree. But for you, I want to know why coconut tree.
Every part of coconut tree is used. It gives. Like the tender coconut gives the tender juice. Then the coconut itself is used for so many multi-purpose use. Oil, it extracts oil, and then even the husk of the coconut is used to light fire, whether it's for heat or for food. It gives shade, and I think also coconut. Yeah, now that I said coconut, that's a lot of giving. My grandfather owned a coconut farm, so I grew up going for holidays there. So coconut farm has a very tender spot in my heart.
And the leaves are utilized too.
Yes, every part of it.
Abiha, you're such a beautiful person that you want to give and give. Not everyone has this beautiful soul, I must say. And Abiha, do you dream?
Yeah.
Are you a dreamer?
I think I am. Yes,
what
I
is
am.
the one big dream that you have seen?
I don't dream materialistic stuff. My big dream would be, say, to travel with my entire family somewhere. But I don't dream too far. My dreams are just simple. Or my dream would be to, yeah, like I said, like being with my entire family and going on vacation or something. So
what is that one ideal date that you would want your husband to do?
Ideal day, as in
date.
Yeah.
Is it romantic like you or no?
No.
It's on you. What is the ideal place that or the date that you would want to celebrate?
I think anywhere that there is. Oh, the date you mean?
Yes.
I don't have a date, Uzma. Any day that we both can go away, and we try to plan and go away, just the two of us, which happens too far apart. Yeah, I don't think so. There's any date. It's just any day. I guess we can manage to go.
Okay, Abiha, I'm going to ask you a riddle and you have to answer it. If you can't answer, people are going to answer it and they will win a prize, one of them. So the riddle is, I'm your brother, but you are not my brother. Who am I?
Wow, I'm so bad at riddles.
I'm not your brother, but you are my brother. Who am I?
Sister?
Oh my God, that was so easy for you. Yes, yes,
Oh, it's correct?
yes, that was easy. You have a good mind. So, Abhi, our last session would be the very fast round. Today it's called Think Fast. You
Okay.
have to just answer the question. We are going to be like this. You don't have to stop and you don't have to say, okay, pass, or I don't know. You have to just answer whatever comes to your mind. Abia, are you ready for the round?
Yes.
Are you really, really ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay, it starts now. Name the best place.
Best place, Cambridge.
Who did you invite to your party last time?
My sister.
Something funny.
I fell today morning in the water.
Why are rainbows so magical?
Because they are in a circle. They're
What is the combination of zebra and hippopotamus called?
zebrapotamus.
What is the slogan for cows?
For sorry?
The slogan for cow.
Slogan for cows. Moo. I want milk.
Nice, very nice. Yell the first name that comes to your mind.
Rahim.
What is the most dangerous food to eat?
Karela.
People out there don't eat Karela. Show me how do you laugh.
How do I laugh? Now you put me on the spot.
A romantic love statement that you always wanted to say and express.
I love you. Nothing else comes to mind.
The last question. What is Bill Gates' real name?
Bill Gates. I have no idea. Steve. No, that's Steve Jobs.
William Henry Gates.
Okay.
Good round. But you didn't have to name it. Just Steve, whatever. You have to answer that. You had to answer that. Wonderful session, Abiha. I had great time interviewing you. Abiha, I wish you all the best for whatever you are doing in life. And our duas are with you. People watching you out. Today we had a great time with Abiha Syed. And I'm sure if your dreams don't scare you, they are not big enough. So you can watch Abiha today. Please suggest your any of the questions that you would want us to ask, your comments. How did you like this interview? What was something that we would have asked Abiha? Abiha, thank you once again to coming to this interview show. Personally, I have always wanted to ask so many things, but because of the time constraint, I'm going to meet you in person and I will come to know more about you. Thank you for coming to this show.
Thank you, Uzma, for giving me this chance. I'm very excited. I was very excited and I feel very humbled and privileged and lucky to be where I am, and for you to recognize that, to see that in me and honoring me with this interview, because I know there are very many strong women in Waterloo region who deserve this spot as well. So thank you for all your hard work. I would love to know more about you. Maybe we should go for coffee one day and catch up from there.
Definitely, coffee is on me, Abiha. And ladies and gentlemen and people watching us out there, have a great time. Spend your evening, and we hope that you have enjoyed this interview. Tomorrow night at 7 p.m., stay tuned to listen more from our other volunteer and a board member, Dua Al-Akhar. Good night, everyone. See you tomorrow. Good night, Abiha.
Good night, Uzma.